Hey everybody, old school nerd. You knew I was not going to let this one die, right? I think I owe it enough to Justin and to all the Beyond the Scream fans to either prove myself wrong or justify my argument. The problem with the last video was it was a live in Tokyo video, but the vocals weren't live. The music wasn't live. It was recorded music. The reason why you can tell is because it was too perfect. That's usually how that goes. And sometimes with, I'm going to give you a great example. And this is an example that you cannot argue with. Go listen to Pisces, the studio session, okay? And go listen to any live performance of Ginger doing the same song. It's a little different. It's that much different. Because in the studio, you can add resonance and you can clean it up. And Tatiana's voice is more crisp and pure. She can really get on the no. She can really draw that out. And it's clean, okay? When you're dealing with a studio audio. When you go out on stage and you're shooting a music video, you don't use the live music from the live performance in an official live music video. You use a pre-dub. Now, they did that on the last video I just did. Sorry, you can argue that all you want. You're wrong, okay? The reason why I know is go watch any of bandmates' live performances. You can hear the crowd. You can hear the distortion in the amps, to the mics, to the over resonance of the crash cymbals at the drummer who's standing right behind the lead singer in her mic. That's live music. That's how it's supposed to sound. So because they were using a studio audio cap of the song, and they were using that in a music video that was listed as live, and because this, oh, and by the way, it is a female. I am sorry. Okay, let's be honest. And it's a very easy reason why I made that mistake at first. Okay. And I do apologize to her. Not that it matters, because I'm a stupid American. I make mistakes all the time. Hi, Gene here. So what happens is when someone who's a little bit taller than the rest of them, and as you could see the way she's dressed in this video, she's, you know, cut sleeve top, standing tall. The other ones are kind of, they're more flowing stuff. At first I thought it was three girls and a teenage boy. And I was thinking, okay, cool. You know, no, come to find out, she's lithe. She's smaller. And also, let's be honest, anytime somebody busts out with lows that make Alex Terrible go, hey, you automatically assume it's male. That, I think the reason why everyone assumes it is male is one of the big reasons why Ginger is so huge. They don't expect Tatiana to do what she does. And you certainly don't expect it from someone who's 20 years old from Japan. You don't expect that either. So I was taken off by that, and I did go on Google, look up the band. It is a female. I do apologize. Not that it matters. She is whoever she wants, and that's cool. I did find out she's the second growler in the band. The first growler fired or left the band or something. So she's the second one. She joined in 2017. Her name is Uri. Hey, I took the time to learn her name because let's be honest, it's okay. But what I also found was a live concert performance. Now, you can go back to the old video, play that one, and play this one side by side, and you're going to know, oh my God, I know exactly what old school's saying. If Yuri is as good as she was in the last song, or even close to it, that means old school is wrong. Yes, I'm a dad. I'm a human. The only thing in my world that is never wrong is this. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. All right, Justin, this is where you prove me wrong, bro. Hats off to Justin, man. One of my Patreon followers. He was like, dude, are you ever going to do Broken by the Scream? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, you do realize the only reason why I joined your Patreon was so that I could get you to do these videos. I'm like, damn, bro. That you liked me. I'm over it. Thank you, Justin. All right. So this one is the reprieve. I have not seen this one yet. It's a live recording. Okay. It's going to have all the echoes. It's going to have all the reverberation. It's going to have all the crowd noise. It's going to have everything. If Miss Yuri sounds anything like what she sounded like before, I do not expect it to be the same. It's not possible. It was too perfectly clean. Said when you watch a Ginger music video versus a concert video, it's different. Just a little bit. It's different. You ready? I'm ready. Like and subscribe to the channel. Please give us a thumbs up. Don't do it for me. Do it for them, okay? These ladies and Satan's Oompa Loompas are intensely cool. And I think the reason why I didn't react as well to the last one is because I just could not understand how such a young person could be that low without effect help. You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong? Let's find out. Here we go. Broken by the Scream. This is Do.Do.N.Pa live. It's probably Do.Do.N.Pa, but didn't help myself. He said doo-doo.
ラスト声出していけますか。それでは聞いてください。ドドンパ。
Okay, real quick. Stopping it for no apparent reason other than to tell you I'm probably wrong, but I am right. In the last video was not a live recording. You've probably caught that by now. This is outdoor live concert. There is no way to fake this, so obviously. The band, I have to give Devil's Oompa Loompas some props here because that beat was like some serious old school Slipknot, right? It just kind of reminded you of some old school Slipknot, you know, like old stuff. I want you to notice something. If you look at some of the videos, I think maybe I think it's on Ginger Pisces, the live recording. Go back and watch that one. There's some parts in the studio where she did the exact same motion as Tatiana does. Let me show you. Okay, during this part, she is up, but when she talks, her upper lip comes down. Oh. And it's the same technique that Tatiana was using to get that low voice in the studio. So it's a very good chance that just like Tatiana developed the technique that she uses that allows her to go to the ridiculous lows up to regular singing voice without any stress on her vocal cords is also employed by this singer. So Yuri and Tatiana are using the same vocal technique to capture the same effect, which is bananas. So officially, Old School Nerd is wrong, 100% wrong on whether or not this person can do this. They can, which completely shocks me because I looked her up. She's like 20 years old. Okay. And I'm sure that Tatiana, when she was 20, was knocking this out too. So it's a vocal technique. It takes a lot of practice. In fact, I think Tatiana's done a couple videos about how she said how hard it and how long it takes to do this without hurting yourself. But let's also remember another thing, and this is something that should be common knowledge by now. young people in Japan, musicians and entertainers and artists, their art is literally their life. So if she says, you know, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be the Japanese Tatiana, she's going to do it. And she's going to practice as hard as it is, as long as it takes. She's going to achieve as close to perfection as possible. So when you're like, why, how, why is she doing this? How can she pull this off? It's because it's commitment. It's the passion for it. And the Japanese culture has always been about that. They do whatever they decide to do. It's got to be to as close to perfection of it as possible. And that's whenever I visited Japan, I caught that in every little thing. And those who do not prescribe to be the best of whatever they are at what they do, they don't succeed in society there. It's kind of interesting. So anyway, I want to let you guys, we're going to back it up just so you guys can see the technique that she uses. Tatiana does the same embouchure technique. By the way, when you say embouchure, it's the opening of your mouth. When people ask you, what's embouchure? It's a choir term. It's a vocalist term. The amount of gap in the lips, your ah. So when they say ah, your embouchure. So when you're singing and you see choir people and you see them going, they're resonating, they're using their embouchure. Another way to, if you play an instrument, a brass instrument, like a trumpet, trombone, tuba, the embouchure is the amount of gap you put in the opening when you're doing that. That way it adjusts the pitch. So watch her embouchure when she comes up. You'll be able to get a good side view of her face, and you'll see her do that, where it pulls over her, she pulls her bottom in and she pulls it out. There's something in the resonance, in the sinuses and the resonance of the vocal cavity that allows her to do it. Because seriously, go watch the Ginger Pisces. You'll see Tatiana do it 2 or 3 times. It's a control thing. It's impressive. Now that I've wasted like 12 more minutes of everyone's time, let's watch the video. You also caught that the bass vocal, the low growl vocal, is not as hugely resonant in this live performance as it is in the last video, because it's a live performance. All vocals in a live outdoor performance will be more shallow because you don't have a studio echo, you don't have that lower end resonance, you don't have the effects EQ that transition in a live performance. That's why I tell everybody all the time, anytime I listen to a band and I'm like, it's pretty cool, and I say, give me a live performance, because I'm a live performance guy. That's what I want to hear and see. This is why, because the real vocal prowess, the real musical ability comes out when you do it in front of people. And they do it.
本当は悪魔なのかも。
Okay. All right. Okay. So very, very skilled. I mean, now what we want to see is we want Disney to remake the Three Musketeers, except have Alex Terrible, Tatiana, and Yuri as the Three Musketeers. And as they run around fighting the forces of evil, they growl the whole time. You know you want to see it. It's kind of cool. You know what you don't want to see ever again? You never want to see a soccer mom Japanese mosh pit ever again. Because it looks like they're not moshing. They're not. They're doing step aerobics. What? It's step aerobics. Watch. Satan's Oompa Loompas are pretty damn good. It's a really good band. That was pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was really, really good. So here's what we've learned. Number one, the Devil's Oompa Loompas are a really good band. They're really talented. I really like the way they're putting together some of their musical ambiance. The arrangement's really good too. So that's good songwriting, good arrangement, good producing. She's amazing. I'm gonna do this real quick. Please don't get mad, because I need to do this just because I think it's important for the respect of it. Okay, let me just do this real quick. Okay. Her name is Yurin. Hold on, I'm gonna get this right. Her name is Yurin Kagura. Yurin Kagura. They're all amazing. Let's not get that twisted. They're all very amazing. Her ability is definitely based upon her technique, her practice, her discipline. Yeah. Similar to Tatiana of Ginger. Small people doing big things with voices. You expect it from somebody like Alex. And don't get me wrong, Alex is probably doing it too, you know? But he's so big and he's got more to work with as far as just the size of his lungs and his neck is this big and da-da-da-da. But both Tatiana and Yurin they're very small people, and they do big things, which is awesome. So, hey, check it out. Old school is wrong. And that's fine. Like I said, in the last video, I was like, please let me be wrong. Please, 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 please let me be wrong. And I was wrong. I was so wrong that I thought it was a male singer the first time. And of course, her hair was very, very short, and she doesn't dress like the other members. So I thought, well, maybe she dresses differently because she's not the same gender. She is. In fact, her favorite color is purple. See? Old school nerd doesn't care. I know her favorite color is purple. See? It's the little things. Little things with big voices. Tatiana and Yuri. I mean, how bad do you want to see them do a duet of something? Like anything. Maybe they could do something and put it on Alex Terrible's next Christmas album.